Hey, what up, what up, what up, what up, everybody? Thank you for coming back. Welcome back to the Let's Play BattleTech. We are doing a full campaign playthrough. We are in version 1.4. I've just this whole series has been a brand new, fresh campaign in 1.4. In 1.3, bought a host of changes to the progression system, some buffs, some nerfs, all that good stuff. So I just thought it'd be time to come up with a brand new playthrough. If you remember last time, we just did a short mission. We actually got the next campaign mission unlocked, but we need to do a little bit of a cash run. This is mainly a cash run. It's a short escort mission. Shouldn't be very hard. We're just going to cruise through it just to keep that cash flow going. So important. So with that being said, we are going to go ahead and just get started. Run through here. Cash, so important to the game. As the mission starts, I will explain. All right, let's get going. So yeah, I mentioned, right when we were started loading up this mission, man, you know what? These little cash missions, it doesn't really advance the story, but they are so crucially important to the game, and I'll tell you why. Mainly, we want to be able to do what we want to do with our mechs. If we want to upgrade our mechs, all that kind of stuff. Second, you can spend extra cash that you get from these types of missions really improving the morale of your crew on a monthly basis in between those financial reports. The last reason it becomes a little more apparent as we work our way through the campaign. I won't say anything more than that, but I will say there is going to be stuff that we need to spend money on that helps us out, that's good for us. Wink, wink. So just know that we are going to be working on it, and just it's a really good idea to make sure you have cash. Oh hey, here is our first enemy contact. You know what though? Where is it? We're gonna get in the forest. We're just gonna be ready.
Location confirmed.
Yep. Let's make sure we can face our
You
enemies.
betcha.
Beautiful. So, these little cash missions, I know they're not a ton of fun, doesn't advance the story. We are just going to move on to the next story mission in a minute here. But I did want to make sure we have a bunch of cash with that next financial report coming up. Very important. Okay, so you know what we're going to do with you, Decker? You can get 4 pips of evasion by being here. And we will use our beautiful ability Sensor Lock to reveal our little friend over here and remove any pips of evasion he might have. Boom, there goes all of his evasion. Hey, it's a locust. Of course it is. At this point in the game, oh wow, a Jenner. I'm very jealous. I don't want to talk about it. I really want a Jenner. Being my favorite light vehicle, it's still fast, but you know what? Those Jenners can pack a punch. They really can. I know it sounds ridiculous, but like in the semblance of the light mechs, it's a really high quality mech. That's that pip of evasion that's got going on. Cornbread's going to be able to go. Can you get your AC5 on this guy? You can. And you can take off some of his evasion. We're going to do a multi-shot. We're going to come in here with the Shadow Hawk. We're going to do a multi-shot. I think that should work out really nicely. Boop and boop. The medium laser is not in play. But you know what? Yeah, I want to lay some fire down on both of these guys. Nice. Wow. That hit was that 50-50 shot, I think. So we just blew past some of the armor on that guy already, which is really nice. Big win. We'll be able to hit them with the LRMs. We're going to try the PPC on the Jenner. This is just a really good situation in general. In general. That's terrible. I should just stop. Yeah, let's go. Okay. I could save some heat if I just get rid of that. You know what? I will. It doesn't make sense to hit that Jenner off with any more than that. And look at that. Boom. So I'm hoping that that means that Cornbread can... I think with those AC2s, it shouldn't be a problem. Really. Yeah. I think with the AC2s... A lot of heat. I will still go with that medium laser that can hit the highest. But these 45%, that just seems like a waste of heat at that point. That did a lot of damage right there. Oh, there we go. And we knocked him down. So pretty much, you know, almost as good as a kill at this point. He will be able to go, I think, or our other little buddy over here goes first. So actually, we should be able to kill.
Yes, Commander.
Right. He's got 2 pips of evasion, 60%, 70%. Let's do that.
Got it.
Hopefully you can finish off the Jenner, and then we can focus all of our heavies on this. Well... He's not within melee range. Instead of shooting this guy, who's down on the ground and still has probably almost all of his center torso armor remaining, what if we just sensor locked this guy and took off all of his evasion?
Got a lock.
I like that, actually. I know I'm probably going to take some damage now from this Jenner, but he currently has a big penalty unless he's coming in from a melee shot. No, he has a huge penalty to his shooting, so he just totally missed. So him getting up and even coming after me did nothing. And in fact, it just opened him up for even more, you know, brutal of a death here, probably. And that can lure him. Huh? How about Cornbread? Well, what's the behemoth doing? Yeah, she has no heat, so you know what? Let's do that. Let's send the worms after them. The AC5. And this should be fine. No heat anyways.
Multiple enemies locked in.
So you missed with that. But you pretty much eliminated all of it. Yeah, he got -1 evasion. Destroyed the right arm. Okay, so I'm going to be able to finish both these guys. They both just took critical damage. So this should be pretty easy. Let's move here. Let's use the multi-targeting again. And we should just be able to keep hitting these guys until they're down. Yeah, let's do that. That's got to be the end of him. Yep. And that's pretty close to the end of that guy. And you know what? This will be the end of him. And I can actually probably save quite a bit of heat here if I'm careful. This shot would sink. This is way too much. But you know what? I want to make sure it gets done just in case anything misses. Yeah. A little bit of overkill, but hey, did that ever hurt anybody? No, it never hurt anybody. In fact, it just makes sure the job gets done right. You always want to make sure you can take as many weapons out of the game as possible. And you know, I think that was a really good demonstration here. I'm going to be working on putting together a video where I just kind of talk about some, like, my tips. You know, I'm no expert here on this game by any means. In fact, there's probably a ton of guys on YouTube that know more about this game than I do. But I will say, one of my big tips that I can explain to somebody is you don't always have to shoot. And there are so many reasons not to shoot in a particular guy's turn. The sensor lock is a good one. Heat problems are another one. Bad percent hit chances. There's just so many reasons to okay, the convoy's gonna be coming out. There are just so many reasons sometimes not to shoot on your turn, and it seems counterintuitive. It's a hard thing to say. Well, I want to blow shit up. I want to get, every time I want to fire a full salvo alpha strike. This game, as is the case with so many of these strategy games, it's deep. It's deeper. It's so much deeper than blowing shit up. And these, I will give credit to the developers of this game, Harebrained. you know, and
confirmed.
the publisher Paradox, which makes fantastic strategy games. I'll give these guys a ton of credit. They made this game deep enough so there is so much more to it than just shooting, right? There is a really strong strategy component to this game that just makes it so awesome, and I can't give them enough credit in that instance. You know what? My guys did not go. It's probably because I'm too far away from them. So let's just
On it.
make sure we're not getting too far ahead of them. I'm going to keep these guys in the trees, and that will be just great.
Heading out. On my way.
Hopefully my convoy will move. You need to be within a certain range of them. And I don't know if it's any mech. It is. It's any mech. So, just the fact that the spider, and as they all advance here, I will keep some of my heavier mechs back here, which should allow my scout Decker to move ahead and just make sure there's no trouble coming up the road.
Acknowledged.
But for the most part, I am going to keep... Why don't you just jump back a little bit and then I can keep your direction. That's another really cool little tip about this game is if you don't like the direction you can go by just walking, use your jump jets because it allows you to position yourself in basically any direction. Great. We're gonna let Decker move way up front, which I think will be really, really good. Just in case there is any trouble on the horizon. Okay, let's let Decker really move up here now. So you don't want to go here. That's where the dropship's coming, and you will be crushed. Yep, just keep moving everybody up. Just in case we got any heavy mechs that start to come in, we want to make sure that we can get enough firepower on them. But mainly, you know, Decker's sensors would be going off if there was anybody in front. So I'm feeling pretty good about this. I don't know if there's going to be any other mechs. You know, it was a pretty low difficulty mission. This just a cash mission here, and so I'm almost under the assumption here
Position confirmed.
that, and of course that's a really stupid thing, but I'm almost under the assumption here that there's not going to be anybody else coming. Oh, never mind. As soon as I said that, you know, I should just keep my goddamn mouth shut. More contacts on the sensors, Commander. Hard to say which side they are on this war, but they're bound for your position. Assume the worst. Amen. Yeah.
Hold this position until the package is underway.
So the first guy got there. So all these guys will advance, which is good. If I stay aggressive, they should not be able to kill any of these guys. So I think he said that these guys... I see... Is there a marker right over there? He kind of like pointed over here,
Waiting for orders.
which makes me think they're coming from over here.
Moving to position.
Yep, there they are. So that's another reason to make sure you stay. You know what? I will just destroy these guys because there's usually some kind of an extraction point.
Coordinates
But
received.
okay, really, just another reason for me to hate you. You can't jump over that. God dang it.
Coordinates
Yeah, if we're only gonna get 3 pips of evasion anyway, let's just move up as far as we can. Stay in the forest. We'll let these guys, like I said, the nice thing is, with this hill right here, actually this is a really, really nice situation. We'll let them move up. This is actually a really, really nice situation. Is there 4 mechs? Is there just 3? No, just 3.
Ready for orders.
Decker, why don't you, buddy, because you got a ton of evasion. Let's use your sensor lock for one of these close guys. See what we're up against.
Sensors. Locked
Jenner.
on.
So it looks probably like some lighter mechs. He's going to move up. Yep, we got damage reduction. Oh, wow, he hit on a lot of those. Okay, so my spider just took a lot of damage there. He's going to need to be repaired. No pilot injury, so Decker should be fine, but that mech is for sure going to be repaired. But you know what the nice thing about this is? The nice
Yes,
thing about this is we do have a pretty big travel time coming. 3 pips of evasion, 3 pips of evasion. Yeah, the only thing that sucked
Ready
about
for
that whole
orders.
situation right there with Decker is that was towards the end of the round. So this is actually a pretty stupid thing. I should have reserved him, and then I could have started him at the beginning of the next round. It was dumb. That was dumb. Those are all shitty. Just fire the autocannons. If you miss, we'll relieve one of those pips of evasion. They hit. Nice.
Commander.
Yeah. Oh, you. Can you jump into a better spot? You have a direct on your AC5 there. You know what? We're just going to go after this Jenner. We're going to try to eliminate this Jenner because we can just keep taking off pips. More and more pips of its evasion. We don't have a ton of resolve right now, so I'm not going to use Precision Strike. Nice. That did quite a bit right there, too. I'm not going to use Precision Strike quite yet. I will start thinking about it.
What can I do for you?
Well, I'm going to use multi-shot here, and I'll tell you why. Well, he's going to get to move again anyway, so it probably doesn't... It's probably a pretty moot point. Because I could remove one of those pips of evasion on that guy. Let's just see how this is. So the medium laser can only go one way. I'm going to send the PPCs there. And I'm going to fire those anyway.
Got it.
Wow. I'm actually really surprised that didn't take the Jenner out. Probably should have sent the long-range missiles there too, huh? But I did want to take out one of those pips of evasion. So, you're going to move up. Okay. Thought for sure he would go after that spider again. My turn.
Good to go.
He's back into the evasion, and you know what? I don't want him to be.
Copy that.
So, once again, we are going to use the beautiful, beautiful... And that guy's going to move up. Probably another Jenner. What do you know? 3 Jenners. And he's going to go after my spider. So the nice thing is, no pilot injuries still, and that's really what we want to avoid here. Let's try to kill these guys as fast as humanly possible, because if I can avoid a pilot injury... Great. This is going to be a multi-targeted shot here. If I can avoid a pilot injury, that is like the best case scenario here, because I don't want him to have to sit out at all. Okay, so beautiful. Here's what we're going to do then. The AC2s are going to go there. The medium lasers are going to go to you. Actually, wait, that's 80 on that guy. You know what? We are going to send... We're going to split our salvo pretty much 50-50. And this should take the last pip of evasion off that guy anyway. And I feel really good about that. Peace? Wow. I can't believe he's not dead. That's okay. It did a ton of damage. Wow. Yeah. Did a ton of pretty critical damage to both of those guys. So, yep. I should be able to finish them. Both off this turn. AC5. Yep. Beautiful.
Got it.
Might do another multi-shot thing. How is your LRM? It's actually really good on that guy. Okay, great. That makes a lot of sense then. Let's do this. Send the LRMs there. Send that there. Still no
Roger
heat.
that.
Dead? No. Wow. There we go. Hey, 1 out of 2 ain't bad. 50%. You know what? This will be the end of this guy now. Yeah. You also have a multi-shot. And you know what? it's probably only going to take the PPC for that guy, but I'm going to put the PPC medium laser there and the LRMs there, and we're going to be just fine with
You
that.
get a headshot, and you get a headshot.
All right, easy, Oprah. We're not giving out cars here. You don't have to sound so happy about it. These people used to be our countrymen. Not good. Well, actually, I thought that was our spider at first. I was like, oh boy.
You got nothing, you hear me?
Yeah, didn't even get past the armor again. That's really, really nice. Yeah, once again, buddy, why don't you go ahead? We'll sensor lock the Panther, because once again, that will completely remove all of his evasion. That's like really
Waiting for orders.
it cannot be understated how important that is. We do have maximum resolve, so I'm gonna go ahead now. Let's get out of
Waiting
you.
on you,
Let's
Commander.
take cornbread. Yeah, we have maximum resolve. We're gonna do a precision strike, just because that'll. I mean, that'll. Actually, didn't increase our. It didn't increase at all after past 85, huh? We did 85 without precision strike. This is all weapons. I feel like I'm being heat sinked really, really well right now. I know. Okay, I feel good. Did a lot of... There goes his PPC. So, he can't fire that weapon anymore. Yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot of damage.
Good to go.
Can you go in and... Oh, I was hoping. Turn off the LRM.
Time to die.
Yeah. Man, that PPC is just nasty. I really like that mech because of that PPC. Having the medium laser, the PPC, some lerms. Very, very, Okay, so the reason these guys haven't been going is, once again, I was just too far away from them. But I really wanted to make sure that we protected them at all costs. And if I just kind of chill now... Because they will literally not move. They just stood there the entire time during they literally just stood there during that entire, like, exchange. But you know what? That's actually pretty good. They were behind this big rock face. As I say, this is an inexplicably easy... This shouldn't matter. I don't think we have to do anything.
On my way.
And that should be the game right there.
Good job. Objective
There it is. There's our cash mission. Beautiful. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, this will basically allow us... Look at that. 377 grand. I had some nice boosts right there by just basically murdering everybody, getting all of the convoy elements out. We are going to have to do a little bit of repairs on the spider, but I'm not too worried about it. Glitch, then the Vindicator had a great round. Shadowhawk, I think, had the melee kill. That was pretty cool. By far the best part about that. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, guess what? We're getting our goddamn Jenner. I'm so happy I chose two pieces of salvage loot, whatever you want to call it. Yes, we're getting the Jenner. So basically, we're gonna increase our drop tonnage by, well, actually, it's probably gonna stay the same once we get rid of that Shadowhawk. What else did we get here? We actually got a full Jenner in parts, so we started actually another one. Which could allow us to eventually experiment with some different loadouts. And then we just got some other... Wow, we just overall a really good salvage. Awesome. And a lot of cash. Just a really, really a lucrative mission. Lucrative cash mission. Not the sexiest. I know they're not the sexiest.
that mech you wanted?
But they really, really run well. Yeah, they run hot and fast, but quickly bound into combat and deliver a knockout punch, even against heavier units. Their capability of speed and weaponry tends to come at the expense of lower armor capacity, though, right. I mean, they are the definition of a quick mech. They are 35 tons, though, so like I said, we are going to increase our drop tonnage. For now, removes all equipment. For now, I could scrap the spider. Because I don't want to send the Shadowhawk to storage before our Centurion is ready. But I'm not going to do that either. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to the mech bays. Let's check it out. Let's make sure we get our spider fully repaired. It won't take very long, 3 days. Beautiful. But you know what? Honestly, it's going to be just repaired and sent to storage anyway. That should be more than okay. There's our locust. There's our... Oh, we have another locust. So that's a laser locust. This is a hardpoint locust. Interesting. You can get autocannons on those locusts. Really. That's actually really interesting. That's actually really interesting. You could just run around getting behind people, auto-canning them to death. But man, they can just get destroyed so easily. I have 3. What is this one? Oh man, a missile mech. There's 3 variations of locust, and we've started on them all. And another Jenner D, which is nice. So, then why don't we go... Here's our new Jenner. Why don't we check it out? Before we end this episode here, why don't we check it out? 4 lasers. My goodness. Look at the heat efficiency, though. You see, I really don't like that. It doesn't have any armor. Is it really worth having all these weapons if you can't do anything with it? It has no armor. I like the jump jets. I really just don't think this is really smart. I mean, 4 lasers. Basically, you can go in, you can do a huge attack, and then you have to get the F out. Which I don't hate. And you know what, Decker? With his sensor lock, a lot of times, he's just going to be going in there, and he can sensor lock while he's cooling down. Okay, well, the more I think about this, I've kind of talked myself into keeping this arrangement right now. The only thing that I could say that might be smart to do is what if we downgraded this SRM to that and gave ourselves another ton of armor. And we go back. What would that really do for us? 20, 20, 40, 40, 35, 30, 30. And getting another ton of armor. What would that do? 8 there, 8 there, more there, more there, more in the center. Did the legs actually get less armor? They did. I don't love that. What if I distributed the armor myself and kept the legs the same? I have a half ton of armor left. You know what? It's important to me that we keep these around. And having 70 on each of them between the structure... The torso just has none. There we go. So, by downgrading the short-range missile, I definitely took some... I didn't really take much of a firepower damage, just because the majority of this mech's firepower actually comes from its medium lasers. It has no heat sinks whatsoever. You know what? That's fine, though. I just didn't feel very comfortable with that amount of armor. But by adding a ton of armor, I feel better. But I did want this. So, like I said, we're going to actually end up with the same amount of drop tonnage when we drop the Shadow Hawk for the Centurion. It's a 5-ton difference. But when we go from the Spider to the Jenner, we're actually going to gain. And just, you know, interestingly enough, yeah, fast strike cavalry, extremely maneuverable scout. We're still going to use the Jenner as a scout. It has the same durability as a Spider anyway. It's a little more heat efficient, but it can't nearly do as much damage. This is a little more maneuverable, but honestly not really. It has one more jump jet than the Jenner does, or one more jump jet slot. But it just doesn't have nearly the firepower. And as we start encountering some more and more dangerous mechs, you can see these 4 lasers. I mean, think about that. those 4 medium lasers, which I will eventually upgrade into better medium lasers, those 4 medium lasers alone can do 100 damage. So they weren't kidding back there when they said this thing can really do some damage. It can go out and deliver knockout blows, and the spider just can't with those 2 lasers. It can't. So anyway, that's that. I feel pretty good about how the mechs are in the mech bay, but you know what? Let's just make sure that everything is good on our work progress here. Yeah, I thought so. Let's get our spider, let's get our Jenner, then our spider, well, let's get our Jenner up and running, then we'll be fine with that, and then let's work on that Centurion, and we'll be really fine with that. We're going to go ahead and check out our contracts. Here it is, our first strike, that's our priority mission. It's a big payday, it's all that good stuff. We have plenty of cash right now, we're feeling really good about where we are. We're going to go ahead and do our travel now. All right, back through the gate.
Ready to go over financials whenever you are.
Awesome. Looking at this, so okay, so you see that there's my operating expenses. It took it right out of my budget. That mission that we just ran was a huge boost to that, basically keeping our monthlies at the same. But here you go, that was 207 in operating. That was basically restrictive. A normal would cost us 259, but here's what I actually want to do. I think we can afford this, and because we run those cash missions, we get a boost to our overall morale, which can provide all sorts of other bonuses to us by keeping some of our, other mechs in storage. It saves us a little bit of money, but you can see all of this. The more mechs that you have available that aren't in storage, the more people you have at your disposal that you're paying, all that kind of stuff adds up to your more expensive monthly costs. So I'm going to go ahead and be generous, get that morale boost. That's why I go and work so hard to get on those. That's why I work so hard to get in on those cash missions. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and start advancing. I'm sure we're going to have some events. We actually have another financial report. Like, we're just straight up paying here for nothing. We're not making any money right now. We're not going to run any more missions because we're just doing, this is just pure travel time. And I believe it was like a 37-day travel time. So we're actually going to pay twice before making any money, which is really, really important. Okay, here's one of the events that comes up. Medical expenses. In the morning briefing, Darius pulls up an inventory spreadsheet on the Leopard's view screen. We're running a little low on medical supplies. Meta patches, trauma packs, a few other things. It isn't critical yet, but I'll feel better when we're well stocked. Samir frowns. Why do we keep patching our supplies in dribs and drabs? Can't we get some kind of a bulk discount and get ahead of the problem? Gods know we'll end up using them, and maybe doctors can speed up recovery times for a while. Beautiful. So that's a good question, and once again, I have the cash to do it, so let's do it. 2 medical point boost for 30 days, lose $25,000. Right, so 30 point boost. I mean, the thing is, yeah, actually it will be in our next mission, so we'll have a 2 medical point boost for when we do that mission, just in case anybody gets injured. We should be pretty good. Let's keep advancing. We're really just advancing to that next core mission. Awesome, awesome. Get our super sweet travel animations. Yeah. So yeah, those cash missions, just so important. One of those things but you know what, it's actually fun because it just gives you a chance to do more stuff. Like I said it before, you could probably power through just going straight through the campaign missions, but it'd make it a lot harder and you wouldn't be able to have as much fun with your mechs. Because if you want to go out and get a weapon, if you want to go out and get a piece of equipment, you really want to have that flexibility. You want to be able to do your morale boosts, all that kind of good stuff. We're going to hit another financial report here in a couple days. We're going to do another jump. So pretty far travel distance. I didn't look at the star map, but I'm pretty sure it's quite the distance. Looks like we've officially arrived. Beautiful. Weldry, the Oregon Directorate. So yeah, the Oregon Directorate, that's the new bad guys. Medusa tag has expired. High spirits. Okay, awesome. So once again, there you go. Now that comes out of my general budget. I was at 1.9 million ducats when I started this thing. we're now at 2.117. If we don't get paid again before the thing, we're below that. But we are going to get paid. We actually made it to our mission site. So, but that's going to just go to show you need to watch that travel. You need to watch your time money. We've arrived at Weldry Commander, ready to proceed with our current contract. Proceed. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I will get us through some of this text, and then we are going to save this mission for the next episode. Go ahead and put a cut in this video right after this, but I do want to make sure you get this in, just because I know if I exit the game and load it up, we won't be able to see this again, I'm pretty sure. So Weldry, one of the most notorious hellholes in the Oregon Reach. Everything we know about this place is hostile to human life, and for the past 3 years, Espinoza has used it as a dumping ground for his political enemies. That's nice. The Directorate has a prison complex on the planet's surface. The inmates call it the Icebox. Hey, there it is. It looks pretty shitty. Looks like the Gulag. It's a holding facility for political prisoners, including high-value hostages, members of the founding families, spouses, sons, and daughters. If we liberate the prison and set them free, we break Espinoza's leverage over the founding houses. The political map will change overnight. Well, I'm all down with that. We don't know what the director has been doing to our people in there, but we have to set them free, not just for political gain, because they're our people. Yeah, that's the right thing to do, and we need your help to do it. Okay, powerless figureheads. I need to know I'm about to send what makes it so inhospitable. Everything sub-zero climate to in the inedible vegetation. The whole planet is infested with blood-sucking insects. The swarms can stretch for miles. Oh, that's nice. You're shitting me. Well, you're shitting me, man. I'm afraid not. They're called Branson's mosquitoes. Imagine a colonial biting a fly the size of your thumb. They serve as carriers for harmful bacteria, and you're dropping infantry there on purpose? The army will be safe. Population centers like the Icebox use ultrasonics to keep the swarms at bay. Oh my gosh. But I thank you for your concern. Aren't the founding lords supposed to be some kind of powerless figureheads? Yes. Much like the royal family, right? Don't say that in front of, what's her name? There are several different kinds of power, Cornbread. The founding houses may be academic or anemic in terms of martial strength, but their words still carry weight. It kind of reminds you of the British kings and queens. If they rally behind us, the people who love them will follow. Governments have been toppled with less. Well, indeed. All right, let's do it. Subtle, decisive action. I will lead an army into all-out assault on the Directorate's primary spaceport. After I've drawn their attention, you will sneak in, attack the Icebox, and liberate it. Okay. Yep, I agree. In my experience, I know Cornbread, and that's one of the major reasons I need you on this drop. You adapted to the chaos in the battlefield on Coromodere. I'll be counting on you to do the same thing here. I'll remain in radio contact with you after we hit the ground. Good hunting, Cornbread. Give my uncle's troops the hell that they've earned. After the Directorate presence on the planet has been crushed and the Icebox has been liberated, we'll regroup to celebrate our victory. Sounds great. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to go ahead and put a cut in here. Thank you so much for coming out and watching. We're definitely going to be continuing this series over the next couple weeks. If you do like what you see today, if you're having fun, if you're having as much fun as I am, please hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps me out, helps get the channel going. The channel's brand new, and so any help you guys can provide would be great. Try to get my channel and my videos start popping up in people's suggested feeds and really get this thing going. So I just appreciate it so much. I've had so much fun. I'm going to keep continuing to pump out this kind of content. And yeah, this is BattleTech. It is just such a fun game. So again, I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here, but thanks so much for coming, guys. And you know, if it's nighttime, have a good night. If it's daytime, have a good rest of your day. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.